This is BBC One with some changes tonight as The One Show and EastEnders move to BBC Two. Here for the next hour, a BBC News special following today's tragic events in India.
Hello and welcome to this BBC News special programme dedicating the next hour to the Air India plane crash which has killed more than 200 people. Over the coming hour we will report extensively from Ahmedabad and across the world with our correspondents getting reaction from those impacted as well as looking at the wider implications of this disaster. Well, police say more than 200 people have died in the crash. That's passengers and those on the ground. These pictures, verified by the BBC, show the moment the Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner came down. You can see the jet losing altitude above a built-up area close to the airport's runway before then disappearing from view. Well, shortly after, a huge explosion can be seen. Well, flight AI 171 was due to fly from the city in the west of India to London's Gatwick Airport, arriving at around 6:25 British summer time. The flight was recorded picking up speed at around 1:34 in the afternoon local time. That's around 9 a.m. in the UK. The aircraft started to climb, but the last signal was sent just 4 minutes later at around 1:38 local time. Air traffic control say they received a mayday call from the plane, and that was the last contact before the crash. Local police say the plane hit a hostel that was housing doctors in a residential area close to the perimeter of the airport. At least 50 medical students have been taken to hospital, with others and their relatives also missing. Pictures from the ground show pieces of the Boeing's jet fuselage and tail sticking out of buildings and wings and wheels lying in the wreckage of damaged and destroyed buildings. Well, our correspondent Yogita Lamai has been at the scene of the crash and sent us this update.
Several hours since that crash took place, you can see there's a tree that has been upturned and is still smoking here, and behind me literally everything is charred. It's actually quite hard to even talk because the air is still smelling very acrid. It's still full of smoke, and I'm just going to try to walk around and show you the scale of the destruction. There behind me, that's where the plane crashed, but literally there's a row of buildings, about I've counted 5 or 6 of them, that have been completely charred. So the scale of devastation on the ground as well, where the crash occurred, the residential area where the crash occurred, is just massive.